Guys, today I'm going to be doing a pour, and I just wanted to show you how I keep my canvas level if I'm not using some boards up underneath or a spinner. And I use these very large push pins, and I'm just going to push them in the corners of my canvas. Makes it really nice and easy, and it keeps it really nice and level. It's not hard to do. The wood is soft enough where it's very easy to just push these pins right in there, and you can get colorful. So just push with a little effort. And there I have all of my four corners, and it keeps my canvas nice and sturdy. I do have a level where I can check all of my corners to ensure that it is in fact level. If it's not, then I can prop up something up underneath if necessary, but typically not necessary because my surface here, the table that I'm working on, is a very sturdy table that my husband built for me, and it is a level surface. So yeah, that's how I start my canvas. A lot of people cover the underneath with some tape, but I don't find that as necessary in my paintings. I don't mind if there's a little paint on the underneath portion. Nobody's gonna see it. And I personally think it adds a little character and a little bit of an element saying that this piece is homemade. So just part of my art process that I don't mind if it's a little messy under there. So yeah. So I thought I'd share with you some of my favorite tools that enable me to actually do my pours. Today I'll just go through just a few of these before we begin the pour today. This is my little handy dandy leveling system where I will take it to ensure that all of my corners are actually level. So I will put this in all four corners, and this way we can see that it's level. This is my spatula. It already looks very artistic. I just haven't peeled off the dried paint, but I will peel off this dried paint from the last pour that I did a few days ago, and we can begin using it again. But I love this little spatula. I got it off of Amazon, and it really comes in handy for spreading out all of your paint on your canvas, as well as helping to cover the sides. So I will take it and just with a very light touch and skim over the sides with my spatula. And then I'll also clean up the edges, the underneath portion of the canvas, by just sliding it, the edge, ever so carefully up underneath your canvas to catch those drips. Because if you let the drips dry on your canvas, you're going to have all these little bumps and nubbies on the edge, and you really don't like that. It's not a good look. So we clean it up. You can also use your finger as well, but I really think this is a handy little tool for keeping your fingers clean if you care to keep them clean. I don't mind getting them dirty, but it also cleans it up very, very nicely. And then I have this little dotting. It's actually a little dotting tool. It's got paint on it. It's dried. But I've got several of these where if I see a little bubble, I can use this just to pop those little itty bitty bubbles that, say, my heat gun didn't get. A pair of tweezers are also very handy to have by your side, because if you see a clump in your paint, and sometimes that does happen, It happens to all of us. We'll ensure that we can get those little clumps out of your paint by using your tweezers. This is my old paintbrush that I use for creating my botanical technique. Just the end of a paintbrush will do. Any size will do, depending on what your preference is. But I've got a couple of my favorites that I like. And then sometimes this little blow tool thing, it just blows out air. And sometimes that is a nice little added touch to have as you're working. If you see a little spot you can't reach with your straw, which I always have as well, you can use something like this to just blow and give a little bit of puff of air into a small area that you couldn't get with your blow dryer, or you just need to blow it out a little bit more. So yeah, I use that as well. So also, some baby wipes are always good to have on hand when you're working, so you can clean off your fingers quickly, or your area quickly. I just have to have my baby wipes. These are just, I bought off Amazon, so I bought them in bulk. I always have some baby wipes by my side. So that is what, tools that I need for getting started on my pours.